Official gameplay showcase.
Throughout our history, ordinary people have done extraordinary things, illuminating our potential. They inspired movements, created the impossible, and destroyed the indestructible.
I'm gonna guess this is gonna play at the very beginning of when we launch the game, but I don't know.
Ordinary people chose to change the world, chose to dream, to build, to hope, to always hope. And if there's hope for one of us, there's hope for us all. Now it's your turn to reimagine civilization and build something you believe in.
Alright. Pre-order now. I mean, a lot of games going into pre-order. I don't really like it. Pre-order's normally bad.
Hello, Civ fans. On behalf of all of us here at Firaxis Games, we'd like to welcome you to a first look at the next chapter in our Civilization franchise, Civilization VII. You know, looking back 30 years ago, Civilization was created during a time when
Begins to survey and map the surrounding lands. As our population grows,
Let's, just go ahead to
You shape your empire
actual
piece by
gameplay.
piece, from what technologies you want to research
Make sure to like,
to
subscribe,
what
follow me, Rumble, and
civics you
whatnot.
want your society to uphold. And you compete with others on the world stage, engaging in diplomacy, negotiating alliances, and sometimes going to war.
For me, it's not gonna be sometimes, it's gonna be all the time.
In every Civilization game, your empire has always been represented by a single civilization. You play through the entire span of history as that one civilization. This time around, we want to take you on a new journey.
For the first time ever, in Civilization VII, the story of your empire isn't just that of a single civ, but several connected together through time. At the dawn of each new age of human advancement, you'll select a new civ to represent your empire.
Question. Can you play Adolf Hitler? If not, so that's gonna suck. Because I think you should be able to play Adolf Hitler and Stalin. All these other people. Oh, and Napoleon. That's the most important one.
You'll build on and carry forward your previous achievements while unlocking new gameplay bonuses to reinforce or pivot your strategy. And by the end, you'll have forged a unique path through history. To show you what we mean, let's take you through the story of one such empire.
Alright, let's see some gameplay.
it is the dawn of a new age,
Camels.
the age of antiquity, where humanity begins to take its first steps into the annals of history. The great pharaoh, Hatshepsut, leads the civilization of ancient Egypt. Among the arid desert lands and a winding river, the seeds of our people are rooted in sand and water. To discover what treasures and dangers lie beyond, a brave scout begins to survey and map the surrounding lands. As our population grows,
so far the map's looking way better. Like it's like way better. As you saw, the rivers actually look really good because they actually look like a real river.
A new
Nice
granary
well.
is built to store food
And the
for
trees don't
hungry
all look the
mouths.
same.
Its location decided, a new district is formed.
Oh, so now you can place down districts where you want them. Not districts, but buildings where you want them, I guess. Because I don't think a granary is a district. So you put a building here, then it's just like the district placing. Kind of reminds me.
And construction begins. With more food
Interesting.
available, our people look to make improvements to the land. An ancient fruit, ripe for cultivating, is spotted. Dates will provide more sustenance for our citizens, and their sweetness will make the people happy. A plantation
And they last for quite some time. That's why during the Great Depression, people ate those a lot. Lasted for a while, then they were fairly cheap.
is constructed
You could make a pudding out of them with just some flour and
to harvest
sugar.
this valuable resource. Over time, our city continues to grow as more urban and rural developments spring forth. We pursue advancements in technology to serve the needs of our people. Breakthrough
Irrigation unlocked by these techs, 3 techs. The essence of water, earth, something.
in irrigation
Tech unlocked.
further enhance our food production.
Work in progress.
While sailing
Sailing.
unlocks our ability to traverse the nearby waters.
Didn't I? Yeah, this is on HD. It feels awful.
It is now possible to journey further and expand.
Alright, now scouts
our
can go into
empire.
water after just sailing.
With a deft hand,
Cool.
our scout travels along a navigable river.
Oh,
Their tenacity
that's
is
cool.
rewarded with the discovery of a breathtaking series of waterfalls. This
You can now actually, like,
natural wonder of the
sail on
world
rivers.
attracts the imagination of our people, and brave settlers begin the long trek to claim new land for the Egyptian Empire.
Also, if you look up here, it says age progress, and it says BCE instead of BC. It's before Christ, not before Common Era. Wonder if you can swap that. I hope so. Here's the money. Here's something else. Looks like influence or something. Or social research.
A new
Or
town
notes.
is established near the majestic falls. A town starts from humble beginnings and is initially used to gather nearby resources. Perhaps in the future, this town will grow large enough to specialize and gain its own identity as a city. Our expansion does not go unnoticed. A foreign scout is spotted, revealing the existence of a nearby independent power. Initial
Befriend independence.
hostilities
power.
are tempered over time, as friendly relations
Or
begin
incite
to
raid.
form. And peace does not dampen our ambitions. Our people strive forth to create great wonders the world has never seen before. As we continue to expand and explore the continent, we encounter new civilizations. They are eager to engage in a bartering of ideas and goods.
Alright, so here, okay, yeah,
Trade-
this appears to be some sort of influence. See? This action appears to require this influence up here, because it says improve trade relations and it costs 55 of these. Denounce 55. Military infiltration, 40. It costs whatever this is. So this must be some kind of influence. And here's science, there's the social, here's happiness, and here's how many cities, which appears to be capped currently. Perhaps how much influence you have reflects that.
Trade routes are established, providing mutual access to each empire's resources. But our rapid growth does not go unnoticed.
Guy on the right
Our
looks like he's from
neighbors'
Rome.
ambitions rival our own, setting us on a collision course. War is no longer avoidable. A great
Oh,
army
these
is
units look
raised,
cool.
led by formidable commanders who spur our forces quickly across the land. Spears and arrows make way for iron swords and armor. The battles are fierce. We emerge victorious.
Yeah, it looks like they captured Rome.
But the challenges of this age have shaken our mighty Egyptian empire to its core.
Yep, all the stuff's burnt.
The world
It's been raided.
changes. We feel the pages of history turn as the age of antiquity comes to a close. A new age of human advancement approaches. The age of exploration.
Do you get bonuses during these ages?
Brings forth new challenges and
Alright, so it says here change legacy. Right up there. You can't see it because it's in the way.
opportunity.
Yeah, choose legacy. So here we have some points here. Advanced start, add legions or something. So your city has 2 and the attributes give 1. Apparently you get 1 from just existing. So here we have some points, and as you can see, here cost these social points. You have 0, 0, 0. So I'm guessing this is how well you're doing. So this appears to be how many cities you have. And for instance, how many cities you have can get gain 1 town to place, gain 1 city to place, and gain 1 wildcard attribute point. This is some sort of military points, gain 3 ancient walls in all settlements, gain an army consisting of 2 infantry units. So looks like walls are going to be different. Perhaps you can place multiple walls throughout and like surround your places to protect them. Perhaps even layers of walls, who knows. Ranged army and a cavalry. And then over here for economy, no, not economy, this is actually social. Gain 1 civic for free. It kind of doesn't seem that good. Gain the economy civic for free. That seems really good. Gain 1,000 gold in standard speed. Now, the slower you play it, I'm pretty sure the more gold, the faster you play it, the less gold. Gain 3 populations in your capital. That's the money stuff. And now finally science, which this is ordered differently than this, but that's fine. You can also filter out certain things, so I'm guessing there'll be an entire list you can scroll down. Gain the cartography, technology for free. Gain the machinery, technology for free. And gain the astronomy, technology for free. This actually seems very interesting.
New technologies to research.
You can see that costs this, 0 this, 1 of this, and it took 1 away from there.
New resources to acquire. New lands to explore. If we are to take on the challenges of this new age,
Economy, militaristic, historical choice. This must be the leader right here. And we get infantry units plus 5 combat, strength, and resources tile, 100% gold from pillaging trade routes. And when you create a trade route, receive 100 gold. If this trade route with at least 1 negotiable river. So this is a unique merchant. That's new. Plus 5 gold from all gold adjacent to navigatable rivers and resources. Does not remove warehouse or bonus on tiles. Must be in desert plains. Plus 15 rate. Okay, so this appears to be entirely on economy of trading. 30% production towards the tombs and 15% production to ranged all.
we must adapt
Traders,
and
merchants.
select a new civilization
So as you can see here, it says play as Egypt, play as this, play as that.
to represent our
And choose new
empire.
leader.
One that is better equipped to take on the challenges of the exploration age.
Yeah. So it appears
This
that they
new
chose to play as
civilization
Egypt
builds
and
on
change
top
their
of its
character.
past legacy. And our actions in this age will inevitably influence a future yet to come. As we evolve, so too do our neighbors. The stage is
Actually,
set.
wait, so you can still play historical characters. So my question is, will it give you the options for like Adolf Hitler, Stalin, modern day presidents, stuff like that? Will we ever get to modern day? Who knows? The reason I focus on Adolf Hitler and Stalin and Napoleon is because I like that period of time, the whole World War II history, World War I, and Napoleon is just cool.
A new age begins. Will you follow a path set by history? Or will you pivot and forge something anew? What kind of empire will you make? What strategies will you pursue? The future is yours to create.
Yeah, this looks really cool so far.
Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Although strangely, something about this reminds me of Frostpunk 2. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Alright, introducing ages. What are the ages?
The journey of Hatshepsut, brought to life by our wonderful new narrator, Gwendolyn Christie, is just one potential path you can take in Civilization VII. This is made possible by our biggest new feature, Ages. Ages are inspired by a transformational idea for Civ, that history is built in layers. This idea is a way of understanding how civilizations have grown, changed, and evolved over time.
Think of the first civilizations of the world as creating an initial foundation. As a civilization grows, new layers are added to that foundation in the form of things like technologies, schools of thought, and cultural norms. At some point, civilizations, faced with a crisis that defines their time, must evolve. When that happens, these past layers don't disappear. Instead, they now serve as a new foundation for the new civilization. As the cycle repeats, connecting the past, present, and future together.
Instead of playing as one single civilization across every age, you'll evolve your empire into a new civilization for each new age. One that is suited to take on the historical challenges of that time.
Every age is designed to be like a historical sandbox, as a way to really immerse yourself in that time. Almost everything inside an age is exclusive to that age. That includes things like which technologies and civics you can research, what resources are available to be gained.
Okay, so it sounds like if you miss out on getting a technology in an age, you can't get it later. Maybe you could trade it for civilization for that technology. Yes. And different resources to gather, that also sounds interesting as well. Let's do that one.
Which independent powers surround you, to even things like gameplay systems and civilizations, all unique to that age.
Having unique civs for each age is something we're really excited about. In the past, every civ needed to be balanced across a game that spans all of history. This naturally resulted in things like late-era civs being strong in the late game, but weak early on. Now, we can balance around the age itself.
That actually does seem like that is correct. And that actually seems kind of like a good choice in a way, because now that stuff's properly balanced and there isn't overpowered civs and underpowered civs. I actually like that.
We can give every civ
Infantry in
bonuses.
place with no maintenance, +3 combat strength and friendly territory doubled when stationed in a settlement you own. That seems really good. Again, yeah, because they can completely balance the age rank, so when you get to the later game, everything can be as powerful as all the other civs. Meaning, you can actually play a civ you want to play, rather than having to pick an overpowered civ to win. Because I do doubt that all civs are going to be exactly perfectly balanced, especially when launch comes. There's probably going to be a few who are overpowered, or a few glitches that make them overpowered, but with enough time, I bet everything could be balanced. Because even now in Civilization, it's not balanced. You pick the Greece, where you get no grievances and no warmongering. That's really good, because you get no negative amenities. It's really overpowered, especially when you're just starting to play. Rome's really good, because all roads that you build in cities lead to Rome, and you get a ton of money. Rome and Greece are really good starting civs. Oh, and you start with a monument like all your cities. And then, most overpowered is Babylon, where if you get a single tech boost, you just get the entire technology. I mean, you can have airplanes and entire 2 eras to have them. And you can have crossbowmen, like 5 turns in. You get 3 slingers, kill 3 barbarians, upgrade said 3 slingers. Now they're archers. Wait another turn, you have crossbowmen. Which is really powerful. Versus there's other ones that basically have absolutely no power at all, with no special abilities.
Units and buildings that are always relevant and powerful. Having exclusive civs per age is also great for historical immersion. Every age feels like an epic showdown of some of the great powers.
Also, I wonder how if the combat's going to be different in this game, or it's going to be like before, you just drag this guy over here, he attacks, and he moves back. Or if it's going to be different, like 2 enemy units occupy the same tile, and every round they attack each other.
we'll have 3 ages for you to play.
Only 3.
The Antiquity Age, when agricultural societies begin to cluster into urban centers, forming the foundations of the first civilizations. The Exploration Age, when the desire for precious commodities from distant lands spurs empires to stretch across great oceans. And the Modern Age, a period of incredible technological growth and global conflict, where mankind goes from the development of the steam.
I wonder if this will actually have any use, or if it's just purely cosmetic.
Engine.
Okay, so see here, see, okay, yeah, nuclear bomb, yeah. But look, walls. So yeah, I think I was right. You can just build walls around your settlements to completely protect them. I mean, attackers will have to break down walls first to get in. Perhaps there'll be a siege unit that allows you to do extra damage to it, or just does extra damage to it. Perhaps in the future you can just go right over walls.
Every age can be played on its own, or woven together.
That seems interesting. So if that is true entirely what he just said, you could play the very first age for the entire game.
In past games, civs and leaders were always tied together and came as a package deal of agendas, abilities, units, and more. With civs being exclusive to ages, we're excited to introduce a new innovation for leaders. For the first time in franchise history, leaders are now selected independently from civilizations. You can now mix and match unique parts.
That doesn't exactly make sense. But at the same time, it's not that bad. Maybe it won't be too different. Like, you can pick the leader of Germany for China, or leader of Japan for America. Maybe we'll like something, I don't know, leader of Mexico for America, or something like that. There's Rome, and here's a historical choice, and you can just swap that out for another character. Like maybe a Viking.
All new strategic combinations, staying true to Civ's spirit of experimentation. For players who want to stick to more historical pairings, a useful indicator.
So it tells you where they're historically from.
Selection screen.
We're also taking the opportunity to expand who we consider to be a leader in Civilization 7. We'll continue to have traditional heads of state, such as Hatshepsut, but we're also excited to have new leaders in areas such as philosophy, religion, science.
I kind of like that, because now you can play,
more.
according to that, Benjamin Franklin. Maybe you can play Albert Einstein. Probably not.
Having leaders stay the same across ages helps bring a sense of who you're playing against in Civilization 7. It also gives you the opportunity to keep the theme of evolution going. As your empire evolves from one age to the next, it's important
Leader
that your leader
abilities. Scientific, militaristic, expansionist, economy, diplomatic, cultural. That seems interesting as well. You can now just give your, instead of like the cards, you just have this. You give your leader special abilities. +1 food per age on warehouse buildings, +10 growth rate in cities. Useful.
grows as well. All leaders now have attributes that can further specialize their skills.
Build new stations or branch
These
the old
attributes
ones.
can be gained
Build new ones.
in a variety of ways.
So this appears to
from completing
be-
narrative events.
Yeah. So, appears to be different, so you can get a point here or a point there from things that happen during the game. Gunpowder,
Rewards for researching certain technologies.
castles,
and
astronomy, astronomy, mastery. So what does mastery do? It appears to give something. It looks like extra health and walls, versus this one looks like extra health and a chest. Who knows what it does?
civics. Overall, leaders are getting a huge upgrade. They're more powerful, more varied, and more strategically interesting than ever. We cannot wait for you to discover your new favorite leader in Civilization 7.
I have hiccups now.
When one age ends and you begin an age transition, it is an incredibly exciting moment. You'll select a new civilization to represent your empire in the new age. You'll choose parts of your past civ to carry forward into the new one. And the game map literally expands, filled with new independent powers to befriend, new resources to acquire.
They're taking an awfully
And new
optimistic view
discoveries
on
to be
this.
made.
They assume I'm gonna befriend everyone I meet. No, I'm just gonna murder them and take their stuff.
During an age transition, there are a few factors that determine which Civ you can evolve into. This includes any historical connections between your previous and future Civ, your choice of leader, and even certain gameplay decisions that you made in the past
Interesting.
age. Every Civ plays differently.
So you can stay Egypt or you can switch. That's
Across your game, you might want to
unlocked
stay
by
as true to history as
choosing
possible.
locked requires, okay, so
Only selecting
Mongolia
Civs
requires 3 horse resources. Leader based unlock if available, so apparently we have no clue what's going to be here. And just by choosing Egypt, you can switch to that one. I don't know what that says. I know Mongolia.
to each other. Or you might switch to Civs that fit your strategic
Another
needs.
one unlocked by modern
so
age
many
civs. So this is technology.
Paths to explore.
And this is just
so
unlocked.
many different choices you can make. The potential for strategy in Civilization 7 is nearly
Is it going to be as good as they're
endless.
talking about? Or is it really going to be bad? Because it's pre-ordered.
Something we hear often from players is about how when you play a game of Civ,
Mhm.
you forget the world around you. Video games, more than any other medium, have this ability to completely immerse you in another universe. Whether it's through art, music, cinematic moments, or language, our goal is to bring your Civ world to life.
Getting the look and feel for Civilization 7 right is critical, so it's important to make sure we are capturing that through our art style. I spent a lot of time as a kid in museums, especially in the diorama sections, and being able to walk by and see these little miniatures that aren't moving, but there's a story told in them was something that I always found intriguing. Technology changes every time we put one of these games out, and each time we put one out, we can do more. And we're at a spot in the industry now where we've just got a lot of tools and a lot of power under our belts to represent the entire world of Civilization. We're hoping that the players can look into this game, see the diametric detail on this, and tell their own stories that they've never told before.
Alright, now you can pick like your own
Everything is
leaders and
going
whatnot. I
to
wonder if
fit
they'll have
together as a-
custom leaders. That could be pretty cool if they do add that. They probably won't, but if they do, that could be really cool because I could finally own the country. But in a video game, it's in real life.
A different way than it has in the past from Civilization, and I think it's going to give you a much more realistic version of the simulation that you're trying to create. We took a lot what we learned in the Civ 6 and learned from that, trying to open up some more spaces and everything. And we adjusted the tone from 6 a bit, and I think it's what our fans are looking for, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for them. It's something that nobody else is doing, and nobody but Firaxis can do.
I think players will
I mean,
love
this looks
how
way better.
combat
Yeah,
looks.
combat. I agree so
Greatly
far. Combat
expanded
in
the variety
Civ
of
6
units in
is
Civ 7.
not really the greatest. You have strange occurrences where characters don't attack each other for like 2 minutes straight and then they just die. Ships just sink without shooting each other. Archers, arrows don't appear. Horses just walk by and the rider doesn't hit anything. Or the fighting doesn't make any sense. For some reason, the soldier does a backflip after parrying an attack and then kicks the guy.
Units now constantly engage one another.
I like it.
You'll see and hear the clashing of swords and steel. Units have a higher level of fidelity than ever before. Everything from the little parts and pieces.
Real quick,
and
so then I just
details on the
noticed, it
armor
appears
set
that you have some sort of combined
to the
armies sometimes,
entire-
because every now and then I noticed that there was shield guys with, like, weapons, and then there were slings. And also, look here, there's like, a general. But he's actually doing stuff.
representation
Like, look,
of
that guy doesn't have a
whole
spear,
army
he's
on
just
a
standing there.
battlefield. I feel like this is going to become your Civ. Like this is the one. It has the look.
Firaxis takes its representation of different cultures in Civ 7 very
It's Benjamin
seriously.
Franklin, doctor, scientist, writer,
Language
and full of advice, whether you will listen or not.
is a critical part of civilization. It's how people tell their story. This is important because
Wait,
we
they
are
said you
trying
could
to
pick
teach
religious
this game.
figures.
And it's
Could you play
important to us,
Jesus
like
of Nazareth? Or John the Baptist?
players. They want to see their cultures represented correctly. In many cases, some players have never seen their cultures represented anywhere else. It brings great pride and joy to be able to see themselves included in the history of the world.
Music also plays an important role in bringing out the spirit and essence of each civilization. Every Civ has its own theme, and we're excited to share that Chris Tin, who composed the
Russia's
Grammy
theme's
Award-winning
gonna
theme
be?
Baba Yetu
Or
for Civilization
Germany's?
4,
Or America's?
and the main theme for Civilization 6 is returning for Civilization 7.
Did they change it?
We cannot wait for you to hear it.
Today represents just an initial look at what's to come in Civilization 7. We have so much more to share, from gameplay deep dives to first looks at new leaders and civilizations, to what you can expect from
When is it
Civ
released
7
though? I know it's sometime
post-launch.
next year.
Sid Meier's
Civilization
Civilization 7
7
releases
February
on
11th,
February 11th,
2025.
2025.
You know what? Aren't we in February? So we have to wait a year? Actually, no, a month away. I haven't been paying too much attention. So what, that's like... It's a long time. I hope it's good.
And is available to pre-order today. Players who pre-order Civilization 7 will receive the Tecumseh and Shawnee pack. And if you haven't already, be sure to create a 2K account and sign up for our Civ newsletter to
Napoleon
receive the latest
Bonaparte?
updates.
Looks like him to me.
Doing so will unlock
Wiz, yeah, so DLCs. I wonder how many characters are going to be DLC and how many are going to be able to be included in the base game. How many DLCs are going to be? Who knows? $400 total when it's finished.
the exclusive Emperor persona for Napoleon in Civilization 7. And as a special thank you, if you use that same 2K account to play Civ 6,
Cool.
you'll automatically unlock Napoleon's revolutionary persona in Civ 7. Check out our website at civilization.com for full details, and be sure to follow Civ for all the latest.
We hope you enjoyed this first look at Civilization 7.
I have a question. Why are they in a giant library?
Firaxis has been working very...
And second question, are there any event, news in the future in these videos, like official gameplay when they change things? Like a second look.
very hard to make sure we deliver a game that gives you more reasons to take just one more turn.
As we welcome Civ 7 into the Civ family, I think back to the legacy of Civilization, of 30 years of development, refinement, iteration, exploration, of the millions of players that have contributed, of the billions of hours that have been played. I'm so proud to be here for this moment, welcoming Civ 7 into the family. February 11th, 2025 isn't too far away. We're excited to be taking this journey with you.
Well, this does seem very interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be pre-ordering. I mean, I'm definitely going to play it when it comes out. Because that'll get me tons of views and subscribers and likes and whatnot. But so far, I love how the environment looks. It's actually really nice. And you can like, travel on rivers. But I still do wonder how many characters are going to be DLC and not. Because I know people don't like paid DLCs. Perhaps Civ 7 won't be too popular if they have too many. And not enough leaders from the start. But, who knows? Also, I wonder now if World Wonders are specific to the civilization you are. Like, you can't build the pyramids of Egypt if you're not in Egypt. Like, that'd be cool if you played, like, the real world version. You can only build monuments where they belong. As we see here, some cannons, artillery, soldiers just shooting. And again, it's all so soldiers shooting right next to tanks. They're like in the same tile. So my question is, are we going to have some sort of combined, like melee and range? They have like defensive melee, but they attack ranged and melee, perhaps lowering the damage they do, but giving them extra defense on the front lines. Or some sort of cavalry archer. I mean, I see a lot of interesting things here, like there's a rocket, and there's a satellite, and there's a ton of other industrial stuff. This seems really interesting. Yeah, so up to 5 days early access and more of Deluxe and Founders Edition to upgrade. There's multiple editions. And pre-order Standard Edition to receive, I'm not sure to say either of those names, pack, which is this guy. I wonder if the DLC characters are going to be overpowered. Oh, and it looks like that's the end of this whole thing. Started it was live, but it's not anymore. Stay civilized. Alright, yeah, that's it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and go follow me on Rumble. Now that was me reacting to 30 minutes worth of Civ 6 content. In total, it lasted 2 hours. It was like an hour and 30 minutes of waiting. I didn't wait that long though, I just hopped in. And it started a little while before. And this video is probably going to come out in really bad quality because my recording software does not like recording these things. I skipped a lot of early stuff because I wanted to just hop straight to the gameplay. But it's not that important, the beginning stuff. The later stuff's more important. I do hope you all enjoyed, and tell me down below in the comment sections, are you going to be buying Civ 7? Are you going to be pre-ordering it? What edition are you pre-ordering? Do you just not pre-order games altogether? And do you hope that this game will be good and not bad, like a lot of recent games that have come out? And also, will you be able, and the most important question, will you be able to play Jesus of Nazareth? And will you be able to switch the times from before Common Era and after Common Era to before death and after death? No, sorry, not before death, before Christ and after death. Those are my questions. Who knows? Sort of doubt to be able to play Jesus. But I hope you can. And if not Jesus, at least John the Baptizer. But yeah, it's gonna do it.